Hi everyone! So in this episode, I'm going to talk about some websites and apps that might help you with your relationship. I forgot to mention in the last episode that my boyfriend and I have moved in together. Like I said, we had been together for 4 years, long distance, but this last May we finally closed the distance and it's been just fantastic. But I wanted to tell you guys about some really awesome websites that we used when we were in our relationship that really helped kind of close the distance and make us feel like we were actually together. The most important of all being Skype. If you don't have a Skype already, get one. It will save your life. And get a webcam, and get a good webcam, because nothing is worse than trying to talk to your partner and have your webcam like freaking out and pausing and skipping and the sound being weird. Trust me, we went through all of that. Another great website is called Watch Together. It allows you and your partner to do exactly what it says, watch together. You can use Vimeo and YouTube to watch videos that are pretty much synced up, maybe like a couple seconds apart, but you're practically watching the video together. And that was just a really awesome site for us to use, because a lot of the times when we were Skyping, especially as we got further along in our relationship, we didn't really have that need to talk constantly. Like when we first started dating, we were just talking and talking and talking, asking questions, learning, you know, the usual stuff that you do when you're in a relationship. But as we got a few years in and things weren't as, I guess, like you didn't need to talk as much, we would just sit and listen to music and play games together. I'd be reading, scrolling through my Tumblr, he'd be playing like Overwatch and stuff, but we'd have music playing at the same time, and it was just a really nice way to kind of connect and feel like we were doing something together. So Watch Together, I think it's watch the number 2 and then together is the site name. It's free. All you have to do is create a room and then send the link for that room to your partner, and then they make their own little thing, and then you can listen together and you can each add stuff. You can change playlists and things like that. It's just really awesome. I even use it now just like with friends. I use it with my mom because she's back in Montana and I want to show her something. We'll use it together. So it's great for whatever platform you want to use. Another really awesome thing to have for me, because I like gaming and because my boyfriend likes gaming, is to have a Steam account. That way you can multi-play games together and again feel like you're doing something together even if you're miles, states, countries apart. That was just really handy for me. He really helped me get into gaming, because before I met him I knew just a little bit about gaming, but since we've gotten together I love games. And the last thing is actually an app for your phone. I know it's supported on both Apple and Samsung. I don't know about any of the other phone platforms, but you do have to have a smartphone. But it's called Couple, and it's specifically designed for long distance relationships, and it's a super awesome app. You can send videos, you can send pictures, you can have like notes together that both of you can like write on. You can make lists and like see like there's like a map function where you can like ping your location and they can ping your location. You can see how many miles apart you are, which that was kind of fun. Whenever like he would come over to visit, like we'd like ping each other every once in a while and see like, oh my god, he's only like 100 miles away. So that's pretty fun. You can draw pictures together. It's just a really like easy platform. Plus it's its own app, so you can text each other and not have to worry about like accidentally texting the wrong person, like something super personal or potentially inappropriate. But yeah, it's a great app, and all of these websites I will link in the description below so that you guys can go and explore. I also just, like, Tumblr was a really great website as well, because I looked up like long distance tags and I read things that other people had to say. I read, you know, people who lived in China and Australia and like how they dealt with that, and people who lived, you know, a couple states away, which was really like on point with what I was experiencing at the time. And just really reaching out and finding all of those networks and just reading, asking questions. I asked advice to people on there all the time when I was frustrated or unhappy or upset or, you know, just really concerned about what the hell am I doing, you know? And it was really great to get feedback from people who have either already gone through what I've experienced and have moved in together, or people who are right there alongside me, like doing it just as I am, like figuring it out just as I am. So, you know, you're not in it alone. Like, you have your partner, but you also have this huge community of people around the entire world, all connected by social media, who can give you a hand and who can give you support. And that's why I'm here, because I want to give people the support that I wish I had had when I first started my relationship. Because it wasn't for, you know, like a few months, almost a year, before I really started branching out and trying to find other organizations and communities of people who are doing long distance. And for those of you who are doing close distance relationships, where you're in the same city or same state, you know, you can benefit a lot from these things too, because, you know, communicating with your partner outside of like physical contact is so important. And I mean, I know that's like, of course, yeah, communication, but seriously, like, I know that it's really exciting and you're like so in love and you just want to get to all that like kissy, huggy stuff, but sitting down and having an actual like really heartfelt conversation with your partner, or just sitting down and doing 20 questions and figuring out what their favorite color is and what kind of food they hate and what the name of their first dog was, like, it's stuff that's really important and stuff that will actually matter later in your relationship, because you'll get to a point where you're walking into a store and you'll see something and be like, oh yeah, that's totally something that they would love, and get it. Just these little things that like stick in your brain that you remember, and it just makes your relationship so much more important and valuable instead of just surface level like PDA, I guess. So yeah, if you guys have any questions about the sites, if you want, you know, to message me and see how I reacted to certain situations, just let me know. Sorry, the neighbor's dog is getting very excited. But yeah, I hope that these websites and the app will be helpful for you, and I will post more in my next video. So good luck, everybody. Bye.